I can see it. OBS is showing that my volume for the microphone is low, but it shouldn't be. No way, man. I'm going to try unplugging and replugging the microphone. Something's definitely bugged. Oh, it's a good thing I actually did this stream because I can't have this problem going on right now. Or later. So I'm going to unplug the mic and replug it. Alright, the microphone's been plugged back in. Why is it saying that it's coming in at such a low volume? I don't know what to do about it, guys. It's so strange. Nothing changed from... Yo, it did. It reset my stream on YouTube. Oh my god, guys. This is awful. What the frick, man? So this restream software, the way it's working... So I guess I know this now. The way it's working is if I reset my stream using OBS, if I turn OBS off and on, it completely resets everything. Wow, dude. Well, this has been a disaster of a stream. Everything seems to be going wrong. Let's go ahead and return real fast. Let's get back to base. That's really upsetting. Oh my god, man. I'm gonna make this one private, probably. Well, yeah, hold on. Let me go in. It sucks so much. I have to go in now, collect all this information from this previous video, previous live stream, and transfer it over to the new live stream. Jesus Christ. That's so bad, too. Like, it screws everything up when this happens. What a joke, man. You're not allowed to reset OBS? God, man. Just bad. Alright, I'm updating everything. Bear with me. We're loading screen anyways right now. Bear with me. That was number 9. Save this. Actually, yeah, we're going to hit save on that. Go to... Alright, so we've transferred it over to a brand new stream on YouTube because Restream actually does not work very well with YouTube, unfortunately. What a pity. You guys are probably popping back over like, hi. It's so loud now. It's super loud. Oh, God. Alright, how about now? How about now? This is the volume it should be at all the... What the... Oh, my God. Hello, 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 hello. Wow, it's so bad, man. Hold on, I'm adjusting the mic now. That's so bad. It's OBS. I swear to God, it's OBS. OBS screwed it up. I don't know, it just does that sometimes. If you guys have been watching my stream for a while, you know that it sometimes does that, and it just really sucks. Alright, so I definitely would like to play with Anthony Tran. I never get to play with him. He's always making donations to the channel, so let's try to get Anthony Tran in this run. I'm going to go ahead and jump right back to the Guiding Lands. We should have fixed the bug where nobody can join. That's what this stream feels like right now. It feels like we're just fixing bugs. Alright, now I'm going to turn this private. This is the previous video, I believe. So the previous live stream now has to be made private because I don't want a duplicate video. Refresh this real fast. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. And this one needs to be made private. I just feel like I'm in a frenzy back here operating all this stuff. You guys don't ever get to see this. You just see me playing. You never get to see all the work being done behind it. I feel like I need somebody to do this for me so I can focus on the actual live stream. Isn't that crazy? Okay. HM says, stream on Twitch, everything goes to heck. Coincidence? Well, it's actually OBS. Yeah, OBS is a main cause of the problem. The second cause of the problem is the fact that the way Restream is working is if I turn OBS off, if I do like a refresh of OBS, it doesn't like blip and then, you know, continue the stream. It actually just shuts all the streams down and starts a brand new stream. So, yeah. Kemma says you need a producer. That's a little bit how it's feeling, man. It's ridiculous. It's feeling a little bit like that. All right. We're here. And let's see. Where's Anthony Tran? He's right here. He is not in. Sorry, guys, but I'm removing whoever the last person joined was from the expedition. Because I said I did want to play with Anthony Tran. We always have to do this, don't we? It's always it's difficult. The YouTube assassins made sure to assassinate your OBS because you joined the Purple Nation. HM says, I'll be your sound mixer, big guy. Flip a couple switches here, bong a couple buttons there, add a fart and a laugh track, and bing, batty boom. You're funny, man. All right. So Quick was the first one to join. Quick's going to stay. Arson was the second one to join. So the last person, Satomi. Sorry, Satomi. You're the last person in. You're getting the booty. Forgive me. And we want Anthony Tran to join if possible. Please? Please? That would be nice. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for coming back to the stream on YouTube. That must have been annoying. I didn't cause it. It wasn't my fault. I didn't change anything at all with my usual stuff. It was definitely OBS. Hey, look at this guy. What? I didn't know First Wyverian could spawn there. Nice. We could do the weapon popularity right now. Oh god, we fought this guy so much. I'm Huddy says, how frequently do you upload to your Pokemon channel? Well, it was more frequent earlier, but I'm kind of having an issue where I'm running out of time to work on videos on the Pokemon card channel. So right now I'm just very busy, and I'll have time to play on that later. It's what I do for fun, like it's what I do to mess around in my free time, and it's kind of the case where if I don't have free time, you're not going to see as much content on that channel then. So my free time plays a big role. Why did I just waste that? My free time plays a big role in whether I have time for that. I did it again. I just want to use that so much, but it's such an expensive move, the EI Spirit Slash. Look there we go, there's some stun. Sticky ammo became like one of the most important things in the game, I feel like, with Iceborne. It's so strong now. Ignoring softened parts. Decent light bowguns and heavy bowguns for sticky ammo. The only problem is it doesn't do enough damage, but even then it's not bad on damage. It's really not bad on damage. I mean, the utility of the ammo kind of replaces the lack of damage. What are you doing? I wasn't in his hitbox. We were having that trouble last night. I would be under the foot using my Foresight Slash at the right time, but it didn't matter because I wasn't actually in the hitbox for the move. There we go. How's it going, 205? Welcome back, man. How's it going, Ninja's 50-year-old dad? No heavy bowgun is TF2 because you're a heavy weapons guy. Team Fortress 2? What is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Look at this. 2 guys using heavy bowguns. 1 guy using the light bowgun for sticky ammo. I'm over here weaving it up with the longsword. So we're in the grinding lands, and you know what that means. We have a lot of mindless grinding to do. Feel free, if you want to talk about something fun, an interesting subject. I think for this stream we'll kind of avoid politics. We've had a lot of political streams, and I like variety. But if you guys want to talk about a fun subject, feel free to bring it up. And we'll save politics for when something interesting happens. Ooh, takes a lot of damage on his tail, that's for sure. That's too bad. Maybe I should have tried the slinger shot. Weeb Slayer. Hi from Australia. Hello, hi from Australia. How's it going, man? $10 subs with no video challenge, please. What? I don't know how I didn't notice the stream startup. I was on YouTube. Yeah, people talk about that all the time. I'll go live and they don't notice it until later. It's why we usually start out with like 200, 100 viewers, and then slowly we move over to like 600. Woo. Nice. Look how much easier this guy is to fight with so much crowd control going on. Although I still can't land my helm splitters to save my life. That's because his legs are so thin. Look at this. Jesus Christ. There we go. Maybe I should have just been focusing on my spirit blade attack, since his legs are so thin. I think I could have actually tried to EI Spear Slash that. Nice, nice, nice. That was a flint shot. Oh, and he roars. First time in your session and don't even get to play with you. Darn. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's just kind of how it goes, really. There's they only let you play with 4 people at a time, and I'm one of the 4, so it's really 3 people at a time that really get into the live stream, you know what I mean? They get to be on the screen. So it can be pretty tough. I really liked, one of the reasons why I liked fights like the Extreme Behemoth so much is because you could go, oh, I see, he's down here. You could go help somebody through the Extreme Behemoth, and then you would move through to the next group, and you would do this very methodically. And so a lot of people would actually get an opportunity to be in the live stream, you know what I mean? They'd actually be live. And I think the challenge was there, so there was a lot going on for those live streams, but we haven't quite had that for Iceborne, and I blame it on the fact that we don't really have a difficult boss in Iceborne. We need a difficult boss so bad. We gotta have one. Oh, man, he's roaring. Oh, come on. There we go, come on. Ah, just as he moves away. That sucks. Jesus, dude. Oh, I'm KO'd. I'm definitely KO'd from that. Oh, I'm not KO'd. I looked away at the screen because I figured I would definitely be KO'd, but I'm not. Crazy. Grab this piercing pod then. Nice, 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 nice. Gameconomist, what weapons are you guessing will rise, drop in popularity since the release of Iceborne? Ooh, that's a good question. We need to make a new weapon popularity video as we go into November. The winners? Heavy bowgun, I think, will do alright, because it basically has a glutton that everyone can build, and glutton was already really popular in the base game, but you had to earn glutton from Kulturok. The fact that Iceborne launched with a version of glutton called Loyal Thunder is definitely going to help it out, and everyone did notice it and make videos about it. So I would expect that the heavy bowgun might have moved slightly. I don't actually expect the hunting horn and the lance to have changed much, believe it or not. I've not seen a lot of hype around those weapons, and despite being stronger, I had that one stream where I was really struggling with Tempered Teostra with the hunting horn, and I played once with the hammer and just completely rolled, you know, he just wrecked him in one run. And it made me feel like the hunting horn has definitely been improved, but maybe the reason why it was literally the least popular weapon in the game is because it needs even more improvements. So I've considered that with the hunting horn, even with the improvements, is still not quite enough. Oh, there's a lot of materials here. So hunting horn, I'm concerned hunting horn is still in last place, actually. Nice job. What do we have next? Zinogre. Let's go get him. Cannot fast travel while these goofies are around here. The Gajulaka. Yeah, I suspect that the hunting horn and the lance are still going to be fairly unpopular. With the lance, over time, with practice, I found that the clutch claw counter was more and more fun. So it definitely gets better. But just starting out with the lance, I felt that the lance was underwhelming in the number of changes it received. From what I understand, it does now come with guard up when you power guard, but in my opinion, both the lance and the gun lance should just have built-in guard up. Simple as that. You know, if the little sword and shield wants guard up, it'll have to build for it. If the heavy bowgun wants guard up, it'll have to build for it. Charge blade wants guard up, it'll have to build for it. But the lance and the gun lance, because of their impeded movement speed and their hop dodge, they should just have guard up automatically. So, oh, we got a donation. Let's see what happened. Oh, no, we don't. We have a new YouTube member, Whaley J. Thanks for joining, man. Speaking of which, I'm getting a call from YouTube tomorrow to have a conversation. I don't know what they're going to talk to me about. I don't think I'm in trouble. I think it's something else. I think they're curious about my channel, or they want to give me advice or something. They're probably going to give me some advice. But they're going to have a conversation with me tomorrow, some employee from YouTube. Yeah, so the sad thing I've been getting to, basically, is I feel that the hunting horn and the lance are still going to score kind of poorly. And that's not what you want to hear. I could be wrong about that. But if you had to guess, what weapon do you think would be in last place? It's hard to say, isn't it? And it would, I believe it would make sense for the lance and the hunting horn to end up in last place. In fact, if you had to choose between lance or hunting horn, I would actually suspect it's still hunting horn. I suspect the lance players will actually still be there. So my bet is hunting horn in last place, lance in second last place. Exactly the way it's always been. It's not good. The weapons in last place by that much should really give it something, you know? It's not like it was... Here's the thing. Like, if it was in last place by a small fraction, like, let's say 5% people use lance, 5% people use hunting horn, and they're in last place. Still not bad, actually. Still not bad. You'd be like, yeah, they're just not quite as popular. They got their own followings. But as you know, the last time we checked weapon popularity, they were in last place by a lot. 1%. And we don't even know what that means, because we're only allowed to see rounded up fractions. We don't get to see if it's actually like 0.3%, right? Or I'm sorry, 0.03. That's the correct number. 0.3% would actually be quite a lot. It would mean 1 in 3 players. So we don't know exactly what 1% is really representing. I'm trying to think, actually. I think I might have still done the decimal conversion for the fraction wrong. Is it 0.003? I'm trying to think. I don't want to do math and play the game. I don't want to do fractions and play the game right now. If we're talking about less than 1%, yeah, actually it would be 0.003. That's what we're actually talking about. I main Lance and Hunting Horn. Nice. Nick says, just took me 38 minutes to kill Lunastra with the Insect Glaive. Spent so much time getting buffs and then softening the head. By the time I did, she could fly off again and again. Yes. And I feel that this is actually not that fun. When you have the situation that Nick Sporden just talked about, when you have that situation, is actually not that fun. And maybe that's Capcom telling you, well, guess what? Insect Glaive isn't supposed to be using the Clutch Claw. Maybe that's what they intended, because it feels that way, doesn't it? It almost feels that way. Like, this is unrealistic. I'm not going to be able to keep him softened all the time. And players want to keep him softened all the time. And this is because the fact that the Clutch Claw is working in tandem with Weakness Exploit is a big freaking deal for your damage output. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of have to keep them softened. And the weapons that require 2 weapon attacks during the Clutch Claw, they should change the name of that too, by the way. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to grab onto his head. And you'll notice you have this thing called weapon attack. And this is what's giving you the softened head, softened part. They should rename that to something else. They should rename it to like softening attack so that when people are describing what they're talking about, it makes more sense. So I'm like saying weapon attack and you guys are probably not realizing I'm talking about the Clutch Claw attack. Yeah, I noticed that earlier when I had to do keywords for the Griffin Blazuka build that I was espousing. They should change that. Anyways, yeah, they need to, I think they should change it so that, here's my opinion, and I'm going to probably make a video about this, but you guys will get it early, why not? Here's my opinion. Oh, I'm glad that didn't go through. I think that they should change it so that it does not work with Weakness Exploit, number 1. So that you can use Weakness Exploit and not worry about having to get your Clutch Claw attacks out. The next thing I think they should change is make it so that all weapons, fast and slow, manage to soften the monster's body part in one move. One move. And then they should increase how long the monster's body part stays weakened to about 5 minutes, maybe? So 5 minutes. But they can decrease how much damage, extra damage you get from that softened part. That's what I would do. Maybe 5 minutes is too much, maybe like 3 minutes, but that's what I would do. I would make all those changes. No more Weakness Exploit, all weapons do it in one move, and it lasts much longer, but it offers less damage. And so if you want to optimize your playthrough by getting your Clutch Claw out at exactly the right time. Did he go to sleep or? Oh, he did go to sleep. For weapons that you've got like heavy bowgun and greatsword and hammer, and they didn't create pods. Now they also create pods. That would be the other side to it. So all those changes. Yeah, I'd prefer to see all of those. All right, pop this back open. Gameconomist, I think they should take out the softening mechanic altogether. I think that is a good idea. I think they just put too much emphasis on the need for it. I think they got too excited for it. You know, they're like, all right, we need a marketable thing about our game, and it's going to be the Clutch Claw. And the Clutch Claw should never have had so much priority in the gameplay, because the game's still fundamentally about the weapon that you chose, right? That's what the game offers you, the ability to choose what weapon you want to use. But when you're forced to use the Clutch Claw, really every weapon's feeling about as good as the Clutch Claw feels. Man, I'm pulling off some great rolls on those roars. See what I'm saying? So nobody's weapon really ever feels more fun than the Clutch Claw, because the Clutch Claw is such a high priority that you think about it all the time now. You just think about it and think about it and think about it. Clutch Claw, Clutch Claw, Clutch Claw. Right? Is this where I'm going to get my Clutch Claw attack in? Is he softened? Am I attacking the part of his body that's softened? That's all you think about now. Is he ready to be flint shotted? Right? Flint shot alone, that comes back pretty fast, actually. You can get like a double flint shot if you're real clever. You're wondering, how do I use my mantles for the flint shot? Right? How do I use my mantles for the softening? You just think about it so much now. You don't think about your weapon anymore when you're playing. You think about your weapon far less than you used to. It's my argument. And I think that this is limiting how much you enjoy the game to how much you enjoy the clutch claw. See? So, and there will be people who really like the clutch claw. They're like, oh man, it's the best thing about the game. But not everyone's like that. And one of the things Capcom's always done well with Iceborne is that you choose what weapon you want to use. You choose the weapon that you think is most fun, and you usually will pick 1, 2, or 3 weapons that they're like your go-to weapon classes that you prefer over the others. But now your go-to weapon class is basically always the clutch claw, and in a way, you guys know that's you have to take that opinion and understand there's context to it. Clutch claw for life, monster clutcher world. That's right. Gameconomist, try Sword and Shield solo, so annoying to maintain sharpness. Yeah, absolutely. Watching your behemoth PC run, no clutch claw. Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually, not having to use clutch claw. Isn't that crazy? You shouldn't be able to say that. You should not be able to say that it's fun not having to use the clutch claw, because they've made clutch claw such a high priority. So it has to be fun. Has to be, because it's such a high priority. So they either need to alter it to be even more fun than it currently is, or they need to lower its priority. That's my opinion. Lower the priority. And I think lowering the priority just makes more sense, because the game's all about choice. You choose the weapon you want to play. So lowering the priority of the clutch claw would be how I would make the change to the game. And you can increase the fun of it if there's some way that it could be improved. But the way it already is, I don't think there's a lot of room for improvement. It's like saying, we're going to improve the, what do they call it? The pod shooter. I can't remember. Slinger pod. There we go. We're going to improve that, right? The slingshot. And it's like, how? There's not a lot you can do to it. It just is what it is. But at least you don't have to, like, look, we can use the slingshot here, and we'll get a little flinch on him, which is nice. And you don't have to do that. You just kind of find times where it's cool and useful. But it doesn't define your gameplay. You don't spend a lot of your gameplay thinking about your slingshot. You just don't. You actually focus on your weapon. But in Iceborne, you actually focus a great deal on the clutch claw. It's one of the things you think about the most. I don't know if I like that. Raska says, new flint shot exploit, put monster to sleep and put Rocksteady on. What? I missed it. What'd you say? Put Rocksteady, you get a free flinch shot. Interesting. It's because the monster wakes up and roars before he goes back into enragement. David says, my solution to the clutch claw, extending softening times drastically and make all attacks soften in one hit. Yeah, that's exactly, that's the same thing I was saying, basically. This reduces the requirement of using the claw so much in the middle of the fight. You still get to use it. You can still target a monster's specific body parts if they're very important. And if a fight's going on for a long time, you would still be wanting to use the clutch claw multiple times. But having to use it every 90 seconds is just, it really is a bit much. You know what I mean? Most of the time, he's not going to be softened. And maybe one of the things the developers were thinking is that, well, you're just not going to have softened parts all the time. Maybe that's what the developers actually intended. They wanted maybe perhaps the softened part to be like a little bonus damage, but not really something that was a priority in the fight. But it kind of is a priority in the fight. You really do just look at it and go, man, I'd really like to have that active all the time. And it's just part of like your human nature when you're playing the game. You see it and you're like, I've got to have this active always. Whoa. I'm getting shot. Somebody's shooting at me. Let's jump over here. So we're level 5 in the Ancient Forest as well. That tells me that we need to go and get our cap removed, and we need to reach level 69 as fast as possible. We're actually master rank 61. So let's go ahead and return. Thanks for helping, Anthony. That was fun. We got quick-witted in here as well. Let's return, and well, it's funny because I think that grinding in the Guiding Lands might be the fastest way to level up, but that would be the only thing we're accomplishing out there. Probably the other thing we should be doing is grinding for decorations. So maybe if you guys want to post your best tempered investigations, that would be good. Trying to think. We could work on charms. What are the best charms? Agitator charm, handicraft charm, wide range charm is pretty cool. Handicraft, agitator, wide range. Trying to think of any others. Earplugs maybe. And then all the elemental ones. Yeah, we could work on the elemental charms for sure, because if I'm going to be playing the bow and the dual blades on the PlayStation, then I should have all the elemental charms for sure. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. I wish there was a way to highlight comments from specific users. That'd be nice. One of the things this chatting software I'm using that combines all the chat rooms together, one of the things it doesn't do well is it doesn't tell me who's who. So when I streamed exclusively from YouTube, I knew who was who was a member and who wasn't, but I can't actually see that here. True Demon Lord says, you don't need to put on Rocksteady Mantle, just sleep them, put Clutch Claw them, then press O to turn them. They lose their roar if you turn them R flinch them into the wall. Some comments, they're hard to read. I try to translate the comment, but sometimes it's too late. Sometimes I've done too much of the reading, and the comments are hard to decipher at that point. But okay, so that's good. We'll have to test that when a monster's asleep. Without Rocksteady, it's almost impossible to soften. Yeah, Rocksteady really does help, doesn't it? Okay, so, man, we've been playing with the longsword a lot. We have a decent longsword built going. We're not allowed to fight Gold Raytheon or Silver Rathalos yet. The only thing I can think of that would be efficient for our time is decoration farming 1, or B, going after the charms. I think we should go for the charms first. What do you guys think? Charms first? Joker posted a quest. What? Fan's Perspective says he demands Valstrax or he's going to riot. Gonna go crazy. Upgrade equipment. We're gonna go to armor category. Charms. Alright, they're already sorted that way. Divine Blessing. Okay, it's the friendship charm. We need something called the Prosperous Crystal. Okay, we'll add that to the wish list. Handicraft. We don't know what we need for the handicraft. We won't worry about it. Since it can't be seen, we won't worry about it. Attack charm. We don't know. Don't know about that one either. I'm not worried about defense boost or focus. Constitution. We do want to know about Constitution. Okay, it looks like that's upgradable now. Oops, I did not mean to equip it. Whoa! Safari Dave!
Your channel is growing so much lately, Red Heart. I remember the days when you started streaming. The way you keep in touch with your viewers is what makes your channel so special. You always have interesting topics as well. Best of luck forward.
Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, David. I like how the robot lady, she goes, Red Heart. Heart red. Thank you so much for the donation. Why don't we go ahead and update the snack fund real fast? And yeah, you know, it's weird. When I started, I was just trying out live streaming because I wanted to try something new. And now it's become a very large part of my workday because it turns out I really enjoy it, especially talking and having a conversation, which is, I think, one of the things that live streaming does best is the fact that you can have a live conversation. Yeah, thank you so much, man. All right, jumping back to the charms. And by the way, guys, we have some Twitch viewers. David Larson's, he is officially the largest donator to the channel. So, dang, dude, you're like making it happen. All right, what was I doing? I was updating the fitness charm, upgrading. And here's the last level, and we don't know what parts we need. So those are going to come from the Guiding Lands, I'm sure. Or maybe a monster we've never fought. We could get an Uragon Pallium and take the Guard Charm to level 4. Yeah, we add that to the wish list. So we can do those two. And there's a lot of charms we just don't own. Interesting. Forge equipment. Let's go to the charms. Poison Charm, Paralysis, Sleep, Stun, Windproof. Alright, we just don't have the windproof charm, and I actually would like that. Windproof charms being added. Recovery charms. Fire charm needs to be added. Aqua core, huh? Wait. No. No, we don't need fire resistance. Those are actually some of the least useful charms at this point. They're very easy to obtain decorations, and then there's giant decorations that give you all 3 levels. So you should never build these. They're pointless. Here we are. Fire attack. That's what we need. Flood charm. We need one of these. Shock charm. We need one of these. And we're full on our wish list. Is that right? Check our wish list real fast. We are full. Sweet. Maybe I banned all of you and I'm a secret shade of gray. What are you talking about? Don't forget to update the snack fund for Quick and Safari Dave. I'm sorry. Did Quick make a donation and I did not see it? Oh, it says right there. Oh, no. This chatting service doesn't tell me. Oh, that's not good. The chatting service doesn't tell me when someone's made a super chat. I'll have to... Well, Streamlabs sort of does. I'll have to use Streamlabs. I'm sorry, Quick. Yes, so Quick has donated $4. Thank you for that, Quick-witted. And the snack fund does need to be updated for Safari Dave. I got distracted. I think you guys are right. I think I need a producer of some sorts. I don't know if I'm ready for that, though. I'd have to train that person to do a lot. I mean, I think that's why more people don't do this. There's a lot to learn, actually. So let's see. Let's go ahead and grab our handicraft charm back onto the build. We want that purple sharpness, and then we're going to pick one of the charms to work on and really focus it down while we're making our way up to level 69. This is how you get to level master rank level 100, 100 efficiently, guys. You got to have like multiple priorities and high quality priorities to work on. So let's jump over to that wish list. Friendship charm, prosperous crystal. Look at this. We can press R3 to check material, or obtained in the Guiding Lands forest region. So that's all we got to do. We're going to go back to the Guiding Lands. Looks like we could have already done this. We're going to go back to the Guiding Lands, and we're going to be farming for ores out there. We should be able to find it relatively fast. Rise to the Zenith says there are 6 pages to the wish list. Ah, something I didn't know. What do the mods actually do, says Rhythm of the Night. Mods they can actually remove messages or hide them, and they can hide users who are being really inappropriate. In fact, last night I had to do that myself. We didn't have a moderator in the chat, and we had a guy come in saying, like, you know, Hail Hitler and all that other crap, and he was just trolling, clearly, so we actually had to hide him. But, you know, I didn't have a moderator at the time in my YouTube chat, so I had to do it myself. Made me think maybe we need another moderator for YouTube. On YouTube, mainly here for fun. On Discord, we serious. That's true, actually. Yeah, Discord moderating is... there's so much activity in the Discord server all the time, all day long, that you do have to be a little more careful with the moderation over there. You have to keep an eye on it. Handicraft charm, top priority. I agree. But I don't think I'm a high enough level to upgrade the handicraft charm. Alpha Gamer says, how can I join? The Discord? The Discord, there's a link to it in the description of the YouTube channel. Link is disc. Are you on PlayStation 4? That's right. We're on all consoles, actually. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I own all 3, and I play all 3. Okay. So here we go. We're only here to gather ore, actually, and I should be using a forager build for this. I shouldn't be using my combat build, because the forager build will give me a better chance to get the bones that we need. Change equipment. Forager right here. There you go. Let's see what we have right now. Oh, but it's not going to have... Ah, it doesn't have geologist on it, does it? Ah, son of a bleeblop. Well, we're going to go with radiant flows. Geologist does give you ore, right? Does it not? Oh, bone piles. I would have to get 3 levels of geologist for the ore. Maybe we can still do that. Here. What about this helmet that we were using before? it has one more level of geologist. Maybe I have like one more piece of armor with geologist on it. That would be too lucky though, because I don't remember building it. No, that would be too lucky. No. Darn it. This is what I get for coming unprepared. I was going to make a video very soon about forager builds. It's crazy. I'm just always busy. Always busy. I have a lot to do, and I never have enough time for it all. Never. I never do. It makes me feel like I need to expand and have kind of maybe like a team that works with me on this stuff. Because if I have more to do than I have time for, to me that's the sign. You know what I mean? That's the sign you need to expand. But it's kind of hard finding people who are interested in doing YouTube stuff. A lot of YouTube stuff. Quick says $50 donated. $50 donation. Hold on. Let me open up the YouTube dashboard for live streaming. My gosh. You're right. Yeah, somebody made a $50 donation. I didn't even get to see it. So it looks like we're going to have to keep YouTube open in order to see those donations. So that's what's going to be happening. Whaley J, thank you so much, man. Whaley J made a $50 donation. He says that Discord is rough though, for real. It's it's seen turbulent times. There's always some kind of drama going on in the Discord, but that's why I enjoy it, honestly. It's because it's the drama, right? Everyone loves a little bit of drama. The trick is to have some drama, because if you have no drama, then why aren't you somewhere where there's more drama? I've been places where there's absolutely no drama. It feels like you're in a business meeting. You have a little bit of drama, but it can't go too far. That's like, there's like a flavor of it that you have to have. Whaley J, thank you so much for that donation, man. Okay, what are we doing? I'm going to pop this comment section open here. Maybe what I can do with the comment section is actually change it how it works. We're looking for the bone piles. Bone piles. A little bit of drama in your life. You ever had no drama? It's boring, dude. Nothing's going on. You gotta have a little bit of chaos going on all the time. Just a little bit. Think of it like an antibiotic. Think of it like a vaccination. Somebody's going to be like, I'm an anti-vaxxer. That's an interesting subject. Anti-vaccination. What do you think about parents who they say, I'm not having my kid anti-vax, or I'm not having my kid vaccinated. I don't know if I trust you guys. What do you guys think of that? Because the argument that I've heard is this puts other children at risk, Children, but I don't understand. I don't understand how they get it. I think I read something, it was something like children who don't respond well to the vaccination, like it doesn't really help them. Those are the children who are at risk from parents who don't vaccinate their children like they should. It's all kind of confusing, isn't it? It's all kind of confusing. Also, where are the bone piles? I'm not doing a very good job at this. Hold on. Let's try going back to camp. We're going to go back to camp. I got vaccinated for HPV today. I don't even know what that is. All right, let's see. I'm going to jump over here. A little bit of drama. A little bit of drama. Got no drama? Well, you're not leading life. You got to live a life, man. You got to have a little bit of it. It's got to be controlled, though. It's got to be controlled. Anti-vax deserves the death penalty. Haha. You didn't vaccinate your children? Now we must kill them. It's a little bit of an overreaction. The child's just like, what did I do wrong? Welcome to the death penalty. It's funny because people feel really, really, really strongly about this subject. And it's one of those subjects where it's like, it's easy to... It's one of those subjects where it's easy to be misinformed, one, and it's also easy to develop your own theories based entirely on, I suppose, conspiracy. No matter what side you're on, conspiracy. You can build easy conspiracy theories around this subject, and that's why it's one of those subjects, you know. It's interesting how that happens, right? Did we land on the moon? Who tore down the who blew up the Twin Towers? Who did it? It was Bush. He did it. I knew it. Oh man, we shouldn't have all these items in our loadout because we're not able to bring as much with us. We're not able to gather as much. Whaley says you should probably vaccinate. You should also probably not enforce crap on other people. See, isn't it easy when you say it that way? I was reading an article today. If you ever wonder like why I have so much to talk about, it's because I'm constantly reading stuff, right? And that's the trick to all of it. You just read a lot. Ooh, look at this mandragora. I don't have room for it. There's got to be something I can give up. I'll give up the mite seed actually. Take the mandragora. Oh, here we go. Here's a bone pile. Wow, that's a really well hidden bone pile. I was reading this article today, and it talked about how there's like almost like a prison camp where ex-ISIS civilians are held, people who really believed in the caliphate, and you know they were married to husbands who were going around doing the killings and the war or whatever, and they're prisoners, but it's not like their beliefs have changed. They still fundamentally believe in all the same stuff. So it'll be like women and children, mostly in this camp, and they just believe all the same stuff that they used to believe, but, you know, they're harmless because they don't have guns, and they're not going around killing people anymore. But people are like, well, they're harmless now, but give them some time to, you know, for them to have a bunch of children and indoctrinate the children. Give them some time to indoctrinate their sons, and we'll see if they're harmless in 15 years, right? So that's what, and multiple articles were talking about this because I kept running into the same article about the same concern. What do you do with these people? Because they, right, like let's say anyone has the fundamental beliefs of the caliphate, right? What do you actually do with them? They exist. You can't just kill them all, right? That would be inhumane. And then it occurred to me is very much along the same lines of the very interesting problem with what are churches allowed to teach in your country? So is your church allowed to teach you that transsexual people are, you know, confused? Is a church allowed to teach you that? Or is that a hate crime? Is it indoctrination? Is it brainwashing? Is it an issue of human rights, right? So I realized it was the same problem, except when it comes to the caliphate issue, most of us are on the same page, I imagine. Most of us are actually kind of concerned about that. But then when it comes to the other issue, you know, what are churches allowed to teach about LGBTQ rights? That's where probably there's a 50-50 split. But it's actually the same problem, isn't it? It's the same problem. What are we allowed to teach people? And yeah, it was really interesting. So that's why I was reading about today. And it is actually a very large issue. Let's grab this blue mushroom. It is a very large issue. We're still looking for them bone piles. Did I get what I needed, by the way? Let's check our wish list. We might be done. We need prosperous crystals. I don't think we get that from anything other than the giant bone piles. That's what I'm guessing. All right. We'll just keep farming for now. When will the Hunter Helper stream happen? The Hunter Helper stream happens approximately an hour from right now. So we've got an hour to go. We'll just have some fun together, and then we will start up a fresh stream. Actually, I tell you what, we're going to have to stop at the half-hour mark because I'm going to make a fresh thumbnail for the Hunter Helper. I'm going to get all my social media, Twitter basically, Twitter and Facebook, I'm going to get them a message out to those. The crystal is from the mining core. Oh, okay, right. Prosperous crystal, duh. I'm looking for bone piles. Well, I will take all the crystals that I run into as well, so we're still doing good work out here. Yeah, it was an interesting subject. Interesting conundrum. I was thinking about that all day, actually. Until I started playing Monster Hunter. Father's leaving for SIGs again. What? Dad's going to the gas station. Doesn't come back for 15 years. Wow, it doesn't really occur to me too well, but the ancient forest and the guiding lands, it's actually really confusing. I didn't really notice it before. I kind of knew it, but now I'm sure of it. The guiding lands ancient forest is very confusing. I don't know why they made it that way. Like when you go over to the wasteland, it's really simple. It's just a loop. When you go to the coral region, it's just a loop. Yeah, they're all really basic loops, but the ancient forest is like multi-tiered. It's really confusing. So we jumped down. We have these Optonoth. Multi-tiered ancient forest, huh? I wonder if they do this on purpose because they want the ancient forest to feel like the most confusing place. This is going to lead down to the effluvia area. What would happen if I say, you're a dinky binky ginky oodle goodless bibble nibble bob? I'd get very offended and contact all my lawyers. You can't call me that. I'm a hero. No, this is impossible. Can we please not talk politics? I'm not talking politics. You're talking politics. Look at this bug. Let's steal his vigor wasp. The stream turned blue. Ah, that's probably because an elder dragon arrived. Yeah, that seems to happen. Wow, why is this so confusing? The outcrops of forest only spawn in Area 7. That's a good tip. Area 7. Thank you so much. Let's head on out. Head on out. Jared says, I think you should let people believe what they want until they harm others. That's correct. So, and that's at the heart of the question. I think that people have competing beliefs about what counts as harming others. See, I think that's where the difficult philosophical questions behind it start to arise. What constitutes hurting others, right? And that's why it's such an interesting subject. So it really only spawns in here? Interesting. Let's grab these mushrooms. I think you're right, man. I think it spawns in 2 areas. Quick 2020, I'd vote for Quick. I always feel like I'm being birthed when I go through this little area. These little vines, like, wah, wah. Say I'm birthed now. Why do I think about that stuff? Here we go. Here's some mining outcrops. No new Pokemon channel or I hack your account. No new Pokemon channel. What are you talking about? Let's run over here. Look at this spider web. Another Mandragora. Wow, man. Oh, that's some bones. We'll take the bones. Talk about Dauntless on the Hunter. Oh my god, that would be so dumb. Hey, there we go. There's a crystallized monster bone. We didn't have one of those. So we're not wasting our time here when we gather the bones. We need the bones. Big Brother YouTube always had bigger muscles than Twitch. Big Brother. YouTube. Let's grab this footprint. Here's some more bones. Congrats on Twitch. I'm watching now. I look forward to your future. Thank you, Anthony. I'm going to get killed by these guys. God, go away. Just trying to gather some bones. What is the best way to farm for decorations in Iceborne and in the Guiding Lands? Also, what is the best way to grind for augmentations? That is a great question. For the decorations, you need to do special investigations. It's got to have the special rewards, the purple rewards. Okay, so that's for the decorations. That is, as far as I'm concerned, that's the fastest way to earn them right now. There's no special investigations. There's no... I mean, you could do the Elder Melder, what do they call that? Save scum glitch, where you do a lot of rerolls, and hopefully the rerolls change favorably. I think somebody told me that it doesn't work the way it used to work. Like, it used to rotate, and then because it rotated randomly or something like that, or because you could force it to rotate, re-rolling with the Elder Melder was good if you were going to save scum. I think somebody told me that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't quite re-roll that way anymore. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. I'm just trying to get some mining outcrops. Come on, Kushala. He's the worst monster in the game. No. Nope. Look, I just already can't move. I'm not even trying to fight him, and I just can't move. Roar, roar, roar. Kushala Dora. Man. It's a footprint. All these. Oh my god. The skill resentment has activated. Yeah, you know what? There's no bones or anything down here as far as I can tell, but could have sworn I've seen bones in this area, like over here on this wall. Pretty sure I've seen them in this area. Let's go back up the vine. Oh, not up that vine. Is there a second vine? Yes. Quick sad. There is a secret hole in Area 7 in the back with a mining outcrop. Yes, true. We're looking for the Prosperous crystal. Prosperous. You're talking about... not this. Wow, this is really awful. Talking about this, right? There's a mining map, you know, if you actually use the news channel. Oh, nice. Thank you. This might be what we're looking for right here. Prosperous crystal. 2 of them. 2 of them. We're done. Well, that was almost too easy, wasn't it? Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's why these live streams are so good right there. Guys helping me out. Grab these bone piles while we're back here too. How many pieces of the Kush armor do you need to have the windproof set bonus? You got to have 3 pieces. And they're never what you want, which is the sad part. They're never exactly what you're looking for. Slumbering Great Bone. Perfect. All right, we're out of here. Jump back to Celiana. So that's the new thing we're working on. We're working on the charms, and we're working on reaching master rank 70 or 69. 69. And actually, we're getting very close to ending this stream and getting ready for our Hunter Helper stream. Ugh. Ugh. I am Android says, what do you think is a good career that people aren't going into and has a shortage? That's a good question. Basically, what you're talking about is, hey, Gameconomist, hey, partner, you're wondering a question that a lot of businessmen wonder all the time. What is an underserved part of the market? That's what your real question is. Where is there an opportunity for a lot of money to be made that nobody's realized yet? I guess you'd have to make kind of like you'd probably have to make broad predictions for what's going to happen in the future in order to try and figure that out. You'd have to make broad predictions. What if we asked, what are the jobs that people didn't realize were going to be good in the past? Yeah, it's hard to say, man. I mean, like, we know that there's, like, trash man jobs, right? You're a trash collector, and they actually pay really well because nobody considers doing the job, right? Nobody considers it. So there must be jobs like that out there where people don't consider doing the job. Maybe, like, funeral director, something like that. People just don't think about that as a job, but somebody does it, so... But you just don't get all tingly and happy inside when you think of funeral director, and maybe it pays really well because of that. HM says you should go on the Hunter stream and inflame the speedrunning crowd against the casuals. Talk about how toxic they are, have no skill, but resetting, etc. No, I'm not going to do that. I actually have a lot of respect for the speedrunners. The speedrunners are usually the first people to figure something out about the game that other people have not noticed. Because they have to produce results, you know, that's what the speedrunners have to do. I don't really dislike them at all. So let's see. Oh right, we're gonna go upgrade our friendship charm. NX Row says, to answer that question, is coding is getting up there, but at the moment, nobody really is thinking about it. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I think a lot of people have realized technology is the future, right? A lot of people have recognized that technology jobs are going to be really abundant and decently paying and hard to accomplish. So everyone, his question is, what are people not thinking about? What are people not thinking about as careers? Weird careers. And I'm trying to answer the question, but it's a difficult question to answer by nature. So let's see. Now we need Tempered Hide and Guiding Forest Crystal. Guiding Forest Crystal, huh? But do they love you? Or are you saying, but do they love you? I think that's what you're asking. I don't care if they like me or not. If I cared about that, I probably would, I don't know, complain about them more. Friendship Charm is Tempered Nightshade Paolumu, and a Guiding Forest Crystal is what we need. Let's see if Ancient Forest can have a Tempered Paolumu in it. What are we doing? We are going to the Hunter's Notes. Guiding Lands. We're level 5 over here. There we go. Yes. So we need to be on the lookout for a Tempered Nightshade Paolumu because we need the Tempered Hide from him in order to progress on our Friendship Charm. We can check right now. Nope. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's move on to the next charm. Until we see that Paolumu, we can't make progress. Uragon Pallium. So I'm going to go ahead and say Uragon Investigation. And we're running out of time to do this. I'll go ahead and check my investigations to see if I have any. Anyone know what the materials for the second health regen on Rarity 12 weapons is? I definitely don't. So much to memorize in this game, honestly. Oops, I don't want that. I just want Uragon by himself. Is that too much to ask? Look, every one of those is a multi-monster hunt. I don't want that. Let's go refresh our items. We'll wait to see if somebody else posts a decent quest. I wouldn't mind having another run with Anthony before we go, but Anthony, you are welcome to join in the next stream as well. Actually, I don't know how the next stream will work. So we're doing the Hunter Helper program where we're going backwards to help people. Are you guys actually able to see when I join a quest? Are you also able to join that, I wonder? Mai says, I'm fighting a Paolumu right now. I should ask him, tempered? Is it a tempered Paolumu? Yeah, if it's a tempered Paolumu, that would work. I forgot, you guys might actually have tempered Paolumu lures. I didn't even think about that. Let's join Sodomy. Quick says, join your old guiding lands. You just left. Whoops. Well, we have time to run into tempered Paolumu. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Quick is like, I'm having it right here. Cop Champagne says he's only reading YouTube chat anyways. That's not true. Mon5 says, I've never played this game. Is it good on PC? Yeah, I'd say it's actually better on PC. The main problem is that PC gets it much later. Left the quest. Okay. Let's choose join. If that's the case, let's join quick. I'm coming in quick. Shadow says, here, have some more bread, fan. Do you stream on Twitch? We're streaming on Twitch right now, in fact. Easy Tiger says, is Iceborne on PC yet? It will be available on Iceborne January 9th of next year. What you can do is you can get your character ready for when Iceborne comes out. So if you purchase the game now, you can get ready. The man with the gun to my head said the game is really good. What? How does it make you feel? HM is master of emojis, basically. I don't think anyone's been funnier with the emojis. And NXRO says, do you stream on Twitch? I already answered that one. Cole says, I hope that with PC Iceborne released, they improve the connection errors. That's not going to happen. The way it's really going to work is they're going to discover the connection errors. That's what will really happen. Andrew Crott says, could you please remove somebody from the session so I can join? I've never been in a stream. Andrew, I certainly would like to play with you, Andrew, because I like playing with, whoever wants to play. But it wouldn't be fair of me to remove somebody. What you can do to increase your odds of getting into the stream is you can join the Discord server. And with the Discord server, I always post the session ID there early. So people typically will get in early from the Discord. Super secret Twitch club. That's right. Nobody else knows about it. Shadow Khan notices that Wallamanga's not here. We need Wallamanga. Are there any armor sets, enchantments, you'd say are essential for the behemoth fight with others? I don't know what he means by enchantments. For the behemoth fight... Whoa! There's a donation. Let's see. TR Anthony.
Fun playing with you today. No worries about getting another run. There is plenty of time.
Definitely. Especially now that I'm working on my PlayStation account. Thanks for the donation, man. Update the snack fund. Woo. So, what are we doing? Oh, they're fighting a tempered Palumu right now. I better get my booty over. And what was the other guy talking about? The other guy was talking about, best special armor and enchantments for the Extreme Behemoth. So, for the Extreme Behemoth, he is still one of the most challenging fights in the game. Some people say he's the most challenging fight in the game still, even in Iceborne. And I would say what I've found really helps with him is having enough fire resistance, because the move I have the most trouble dodging is actually the meteor attack, right? So Ecliptic Meteor, you either get that or you don't, and then you die if you didn't get it. Will this actually work? Right, there's Ecliptic Meteor. Comet's not really a big damaging move. He's got all of his physical attacks, and those are actually not too hard to dodge through. You can dodge through those. So those aren't too bad. Wow, I can't believe this session actually had Palumu in it. There's the tempered hide we needed. So what I find, it's really hard to dodge because of how difficult the iframes are for this particular move, was the actual meteor. And the meteor is dealing fire damage and fire blighting you. So a little bit of fire resistance, you can eat it at the canteen actually, really goes a long way for helping out with those meteors, especially if you can stop the fire blight, because the fire blight's really annoying. That's what I found. And another thing is, with the behemoth, he's one of those tough fights where you might consider using Feline Moxie. But I'm not going to explain Feline Moxie. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. And what I've discovered is, if you can get your fire resistance over 20 so you don't get any tick damage from fire damage, any tick damage from the fire blight, if you can get your fire resist over 20 and put that together with Moxie, it's a pretty consistent way to stay alive if you get hit one time by a really damaging move. Right. So that's what I've found. Oh, he's going to roar. I knew it. So fire resistance at the canteen, Moxie at the canteen. I think that's good for Behemoth. Obviously, I would recommend, if you're just trying to defeat him and not speedrun him, obviously health boost is a really big deal. Other than that, what you really need is lots and lots of damage too. So you need to make sure that your build is set up for tons of damage, the appropriate amount of defense, health boost, maybe fire resistance, just a little bit, just enough to get you over 20. You could bring Fortify, but it's a team sort of activity, so you just shouldn't be dying, And then it's a matter of, are you going to be building wide range to play the healer? If you're going to be playing wide range healer, I recommend, in this case, because healing's so useful for the fight, wide range 5, speed eating 3, and satiated, just the free meal skill, right? So that's going to be for the healer. For the tank, this is a little more complicated of a question. If you're going to play the tank, there's all kinds of ways to build for the tank, but the most popular build is the Glutton Heavy Bowgun. That's the best one. And of course, what you could do is just get 4 people together with cluster bombs and just cluster bomb him down. Does that still work? Are the cluster bombs nerfed on PC? I don't know if they're nerfed on PC yet, or if it was only for consoles. that went through the Iceborne update. I bet it's not. Yeah, it's probably not nerfed on PC. So you can just get 4 people running cluster bombs on the Devil Joe heavy bowgun and just cluster him down pretty fast. 1 person running Magna Gametas, paralyze him, right? Something like that if you really wanted to run through him very quickly. And Exro says, Handicraft Charm plus 4? Do which level tempered monsters do I fight? Level 2 or 3? I don't know what you mean by that. I think you're asking how do I upgrade the Handicraft Charm. I'm pretty sure what you need to fight are monsters that you're not going to unlock until you're like Master Rank 70 and higher. So that's my suspicion, because I haven't run into any of the parts that I need for the Handicraft Charm. Andrew says, if I join the next stream, could I help by joining the same SOS flare? IDOT, I have Discord. Yes. I don't know if I understood the question entirely. How's it going, Hedgehog? Did I miss the Capcom sponsored stream? No, that's after this one. We're going to be stopping in approximately 12 minutes. I'm going to get a nice little thumbnail going. I'm going to get some messages out on my social media, and then we will be starting that one in approximately 42 minutes. 42 minutes. So this is almost done, and then we're going to go after that. Tips for soloing Extreme Behemoth. You have to be very good at dodging 100% of Extreme Behemoth's attacks. The reason this is so important is because it allows you to continuously attack him. And the biggest struggle with fighting the Extreme Behemoth solo is going to be having enough damage to take, basically to do the damage of 4 people in 35 minutes. You got a 35-minute timer, and you're going to run out of time is what you're going to find. So you have to learn to dodge every one of his attacks so that you're always attacking. And you might have to get by with very high damage build that has almost no defense just to get enough damage, because damage is going to be the main problem for your run. And then another thing that's really important for soloing the Extreme Behemoth is getting the Final Fantasy emote dodge correct for getting out of the Ecliptic Meteor. If you can't do that, then you're going to probably struggle. You don't necessarily have to use that to get your solo run, right? You can just protect the Comet very carefully, but all of the good speed runs on Extreme Behemoth, they've all mastered it, so that's the other thing you should learn to do. Somebody made a good suggestion. If you're on PC, use a one-shot mod to get the Extreme Behemoth to use the Ecliptic Meteor right away. And then you can go in and test it over and over again until you get the timing just right. But I found it's really hard, actually, to get the timing just right on the Ecliptic Meteor. It's a very small window of time that you get. Nice job. Nice job. Now we still need the Prosperous, was it the Prosperous Crystal? Guiding Lance Crystal or something like that? What was it called? Cop Champagne says, what are you dressing up for on this Halloween? My Little Behemoth? The Cardconomist? Oh, man. I never really dressed up too much for Halloween. I was one of those guys. So, when I was real small, I went as Batman one time. Real small. I don't even remember. I have pictures of it. Just wait till the meteor first appears, then jump. See? It's easy as that, everyone. You just wait till the meteor to show up, and then you just jump. Easy. Easy peasy. Any good bow builds? No, there are no good bow builds. They don't exist. Let's jump down here. Whoa. Okay. Do I have to drop down here? I don't think I do. I can't remember now. Oh, I see. I was under attack. That's why it wouldn't tell me where to go. All right, here we go. Batwoman. You dressed up as Batwoman? That's right. Wait, are you judging me? All right, we are in the correct area. Wouldn't it be funny if the crystal was back here? I don't think that the giant crystal spawns back there, though. Yeah, it's not ready to spawn anyways. So we have 8 minutes left together to have fun, and we are actually back to farming these crystals. HM says, carved a ton of spooky pumpkins this week, made them look Chad ASF. As frick. That's what that means. For those of you who can't translate Chad talk, that means as frick.
Hey, partner.
I actually used to carve a lot of pumpkins when I was younger too. I don't do it because I don't have a need to. Maybe when I buy an actual home someday. There are really no bone piles down here? I swear to God there's bone piles down here. Let me grab this. Now, I'm sure bone piles actually do spawn because I swear to God I've gathered them from this area right here. I know I have. This little ledge. I'm sure I've gathered them from here. Or maybe I'm losing my mind. By the way, let's see how many people we have viewing. I'm curious. After our fiasco where we reset the stream in the middle of the stream, which was just awful. So between Twitch and YouTube, we have just about 500 people watching and 0 people watching on DLive. I don't know about DLive. I might just not use it at all. I don't know what the point of using it is, really. I don't think people are using that service. All right, let's climb back up these vines because we're just not running into anything down here. Live stream. Oh, there it goes. Nothing to be embarrassed about over cross-dressing. Let's jump up here. Is your Twitch handle the same thing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's no way this is the only place where stuff spawns in the ancient forest. That'd be ridiculous if that was true. That would just be utterly ridiculous. Utter. I'm not even running into anything. The frick? DLive has weird spikes of activity, peaking, of course, when Pewd's on. Oh, right. Of course. I don't know what the future of that service will be. Dude, there's nothing to mine back here. What the hell? There's just nothing going on over here. Yeah, I don't know what the future of DLive will be. I mean, I'm interested in it, but I feel like you can't just buy a celebrity and then your platform's successful. What do you guys think makes a platform successful? It's hard to say, isn't it? How does a platform be successful in 2019? You know, how do you compete with YouTube and Google? Google's insane, man. YouTube and Google together is already the #1 video streaming service, but then is also backed up by the Google search engine. Like, how is that not a monopoly? To me, that's a monopoly. It's like it couldn't be a better monopoly. Dude, there's nothing there's actually nothing to mine over here. Nothing at all. Quick says, frickin' 0. He's pinging, but just because it's showing up for you doesn't mean it'll show up for me. That's what I've learned. Quick's like, come over here, quick. Keep an eye on that area. First, let's go around. What's sad is we're not even running into turf war signs. Buying celebrities and advertising known stop. Known stop. 2 words, anime waifus. There don't seem to be any monsters around. We should head back to base soon. Does that mean there's nothing to harvest either? Am I glitched? Is that it? Is the game not allowing bone piles to show up? Doesn't suck not knowing? Hold on, we'll check over here again. Usually there's something over here. Bone pile or I just realized I said or 3 times. Oh man, I don't think there's anything over here. We should return to base soon. What? How dare you? Alright, yeah, there's nothing here. Weird. So maybe there's a thing that can occur in the guiding lands where they no longer spawn bone piles. Because We just ran in a circle for like 5 minutes and collected nothing. It's the Seawick. Seawick-witted. That's what I used to call him. Because I'm not that quick-witted. Alright, yeah. There's got to be something bugged on that. They're not spawning. We wasted like 5 minutes running around with our thumbs up our slinger shots and... no reward. Oh, HM says right here, whoever was the leader of the guiding lands has been kicked out, so now nothing will spawn, including mining spots. I did not know that's how it worked. It's when the owner of the guiding land leaves or gets booted. Man, that is something you either know it or you don't know it. We just wasted so much time. I'm writing that down. I'm going to have a list of odd tips for people, and that's going to be one of them. If you boot the guiding lands leader, bone piles and or don't spawn. I can kind of understand why that rule is in place, because he might have like, you know, the level of your guiding lands actually affects whether those spawn or you know, how those spawn. So that's probably the decision behind that. But that's a little bit annoying. What are the lemons on D Live? Who knows? It's like their blockchain currency or something like that. Yeah, they're trying to be like Bitcoin over here. I'll do some research on DLive. If they're really not having any success over there, then I might just drop them, because it doesn't make sense for me to have to moderate them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this stream up, and then we're going to go live again in a half hour. All right, everyone, we're going live again in half an hour for the Hunter Helper program that we've agreed to help Capcom with, okay? Let's go ahead and get the gestures going, and we're going to use the Kabuki again. All right, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for grinding with me. We still have a lot of grinding left to do on the PlayStation, so we have plenty more of those episodes, Hey Partner episodes left to go through. But we're really reaching a point where, especially on the Xbox, we can actually just play. You know what I mean? We can focus on meta builds and stuff like that. And I've just so much content, and not enough time. This is so funny to watch, isn't it? It's a little dance. I should learn to do that in real life. We'll have like a kabuki competition between all the YouTubers. See who does the dance better. All right. I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.